Okay, so today I'm going to be doing AP problem number 10. Question, it says, account for each of the following observations in terms of atomic theory and or quantum theory. Explain with as much detail as possible. Part A. Atomic size decreases from Na to Cl in the periodic table. So I wrote that as you move across the periodic table from left to right, the number of protons added increases. This increases the nuclear charge, which will pull the outside electrons inward more, which will result in a decrease in an atomic size. Question B. The first ionization energy of K is less than that of Na. So I wrote that the K atom valence electron has a higher quantum number than that of Na. This is known because K is in period 4 and Na is in period 3. Thus, increasing the distance from the center of the atom to the valence electron. Since the distance is greater, there will be less attraction / pulling force to the nucleus. And since the ionization is the energy required to remove an electron from the outermost shell of an atom, we can conclude that K indeed has a lower ionization energy than Na because it's going to be easier to take it away because it has less attraction, like the purse example. Okay. Part C. Each element displays a unique gas phase emission spectrum. So I wrote that each element will have a unique series of quantized energy states since every element has its distinct nuclear charge and electron configuration. When an electron gets excited, then it will absorb quanta, and when it gets less excited, the energy will be released as electromagnetic radiation. Thus, each element will display a unique gas phase emission spectrum because each photon of the electromagnetic radiation has a distinct wavelength, and the wavelength is what causes the emission spectrum. Part D. The Ca2+ and Cl- ions are isoelectronic, but their radii are not the same. Which ion has a larger radius? Explain. Okay, so this is kind of similar to one of the previous questions we just did. So the Ca2+ has 20 protons while the Cl- has 17 protons, but both have 18 electrons. So you know that the Cl- will have less protons, and this means that there's going to be a smaller nuclear charge than the Ca2+. So since it has less attraction, it's not going to pull in tightly, so the ionic radius is going to be bigger. Okay, part E. Compounds containing Kr have been synthesized, but there are no known compounds that contain He. I wrote that to justify this is because Kr has an empty sublevel 4d, while He has a filled shell, so it probably won't gain or lose electrons. Okay, that's all.